Lana was a baby, and we worked the British Embassy.
Oh yeah, that was cool because Santa had a British accent, and that was just fun.
I just remember when we had to carry everything in.
Yeah.
Well, security had to go underneath our car and look at it, like we go to any military base.
Right.
We have to bomb sniffing dogs, and I'm like, hey, I always tell them,
And the
I have doves and
mirrors.
rabbits. They're not gonna go crazy, are they? They're not
Yeah.
gonna go crazy. I have doves and rabbits in here. Okay.
Mirrors underneath the van.
Yep, yep. They always test all that, and then they didn't have an elevator or anything, and we were on the second floor, and the stairs were like 3 feet wide.
Yeah. Right. It was like
So you take
yeah,
three
just
steps, and then you
big
go up the
steps.
next step. Three
Right.
steps, then you go up the next step.
And they were like short steps too,
So the load in
and load out.
was more difficult.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they had it decorated real pretty. They had these huge Christmas trees, and it that was really pretty. I mean, we took when there was because we decorated and decorated. We set up the show, and we had extra time. Nobody had gotten there yet. They were still doing some sort of activity before they brought everybody in for the magic show, and we went and just took pictures with the tree. And like no matter how hard we tried, we couldn't get
The whole tree,
in the picture.
How much
It
we
was so
backed up,
big,
yeah.
So it was really pretty. And then after the show, Santa showed up for whatever kids were there.
He came in through the window.
Yeah, he came in through the window, and he had a British accent. And Wes and I were like, maybe that's the real Santa.
I'm looking for a child called Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie. Is Charlie here?
I'm looking for a child called.
Yes, called Charlie.
Yeah, they don't
Not
say named.
He's called Charlie. It was neat. That was fun.
And he was skinny.
Yeah, he was I guess they have skinny Santas in England.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But it was pretty awesome. And Natalie and I are just giddy because we got in the car. And of course, Lana falls right to sleep in the backseat of the car.
Yeah, well, she was a baby.
And you and I are talking about it all the way home. That was so cool. Santa was British.
Yeah.
Santa had a British accent. And he came in through the window. I wonder if that's a thing.
Right.
Does he not use do they not have chimneys? They have chimneys. Maybe their chimneys are different. I don't. Do they?
Maybe their tradition isn't he doesn't come down the chimney. Maybe he comes in the front window. Who knows? I don't know. Or maybe he just decided to come in the window there because
Because he could.
Yeah. Who knows? Because everybody has different things. Like when I was in French class, they don't hang stockings. They put their shoes out the door.
Huh.
Yeah. So everybody has different traditions and different things that they do with Santa. So, I think it's neat.
Well, when we were leaving, like the lady that was, I don't feel like we were escorted around, but when we left, maybe it was the lady that paid us, kind of walked us towards the steps, and then she left.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, that's the ambassador right there. That's the ambassador right there. And I was thinking in my head, it was like the president or something. Like, I got almost like nervous.
Yeah.
But I'm just seeing the back of the guy's head, and he's walking down a hallway, and I'm like, it could have been anybody, and she just said that.
Right.
I had no reference point. I don't know a name. I don't know anything. It didn't mean anything to me, but because she got excited that she saw him, it made me excited that she saw him. I still couldn't tell you what he looked like. I saw him from behind. It was a white dude. That's all I know.
I bet he had a British accent.
Probably. I don't know what he was called.
Ambassador?
Well, I'm saying, I don't know his name. I don't know his name.
Oh, called. See, I didn't get that. I got you.
So,
I got you now, because of what Santa did.
I had a millionaire student that I used to teach magic to, and they would have amazing parties.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the family, but maybe because they were millionaires, or because they had so much stuff going on, it was almost like they were taking advantage of us, but not on purpose.
What do you mean?
I'm not being rude. I'm saying that they would have white glove service for the children on silver platters, and they would have 5 courses, and we'd get there, and they'd say the show's at 7.
Oh, and the show wouldn't start till 9.
9:30.
Yeah.
And, eventually Natalie was like, I have to charge you. I mean, we could have booked another show and done another show. We could have left your house, gone and done another show, and then come back and did your show.
Right. I have to charge you for the time we're waiting, if we have to wait. And they were like, that's fine. Great. Wonderful.
Yeah, I was crazy, because I'm like, really? You're going to pay for another? Yeah.
It's like, all right.
So,
I mean, that's the only way you can do it, because you have it set up. And then honestly, what you have to do when they book a show would be, okay, I can't book after them because you don't know what time they're really going to start. You have to be there and set up and ready to go, and they want you to start in case they're on time. But if they're not, I can't book another show for that evening.
But
So
here's
I have to get paid for that because
but here's the other thing.
now.
It wasn't like they got the bill that was double or triple the fee because they made us wait that long. That they hurried next time.
No, not at all. No, no, I don't think we were ever on time.
No, and they didn't mind paying the bill.
No,
That's
not at
fine.
all.
But amazing family, we love them. We still send them Christmas cards, and it's been 10 years since I've taught the kid.
Oh, I don't think it's been quite that long. It hasn't been that long.
No,
No.
but 8 years. I don't know, but I mean, there was some of the most amazing things we'd seen. Just
They did awesome
wow.
gingerbread houses.
But it wasn't like the Walmart gingerbread houses that Lana and I do. They were doing ones that were 3 feet by 3 feet.
Right. Yeah, they were doing big ones.
And then each kid had I don't even like a bucket of candy.
Yeah.
And this bucket had gumdrops, and this bucket had.
And they had like cotton candy for snow stuff around the yard, and yeah.
But remember, the whole center of that table that was 12 feet long was just bucket after bucket after bucket of candy.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I wouldn't have the patience to build a gingerbread. I wouldn't even have the patience to do one of the small ones that Lana did. She sat there and she wanted to do it all by herself this year when she did her. She wanted to decorate it. Wes, you helped her build it, but then she didn't even want us looking don't look, don't look. She didn't want us to see what she was doing until she was all done.
Once I got the roof on and glued it all together with the icing,
yeah,
it hardened, and I said, go.
And she wanted to do it all on her own, and she did. But I wouldn't even have the patience to do a small one. I'm done. It's the same thing with sugar cookies. I make sugar cookies because of Lana. Because she loves to cut out the shapes, and she loves to decorate them. And so, yeah, that's the only reason we do sugar cookies. If she didn't love it so much, I want to make sugar cookies because golly, I don't decorate them. She does.
You do the same thing with pumpkins, though. You love the idea of doing pumpkins.
I do.
And you get sick of it
I get sick of it fast.
3 minutes.
I'm like, is this done yet? Yeah. See?
And you have 2 more pumpkins, and I've already gutted it and cleaned it and completely got it ready for you.
Yeah. And I have to do 2 pumpkins.
And I think Willow even took over and did yours this year.
No.
Yeah.
I did my second one. I just couldn't get that one leg out.
So I did that for you.
You got the leg out for me. I was just, I don't know. I get sick of doing it and sick of carving, and I don't have I'm sorry. I just don't have the patience for that kind of thing, and I don't know why. I just don't. I'd rather do something else. I don't mind so much decorating when I can just put the stuff up. But when I gotta make the stuff before I put it out.
Well, anyway, getting back to the millionaire guy.
Yeah.
We had, we got there one time, and they were talking about, do you like opera music? And we were like, I don't know any opera singers. I couldn't name 3. I mean, if you said, I'm just making up a magic name, I know Balducci, but if you say something that sounds Italian that I've heard of, the 3 tenors or whatever, I think I've heard their names before, but I couldn't pull them out my butt right now if I needed to. But, I don't know. I mean, do I like opera music? I don't. They're like, oh, all right. Well, I was just wondering because they flew in an opera singer from Italy, and they were upstairs in the living room singing for all the adults.
Yeah.
While the kids were downstairs making those gingerbread houses. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then we were downstairs waiting for our show. And then everybody gets together. All the adults and all the kids then come together to see the magic show.
Yeah.
And we did that, I don't know, 5-6 years in a row.
Yeah, we did it for a while.
And not only the holiday party, we did
Halloween and we did Christmas.
Yeah, we did a lot. But they had a big party 2012, 2013. That was huge. It had to be $1 million party.
It was
$1 million party at least.
That was before we had Lana, and that was when we were trying for Lana. So that must have been 2010.
But they had Cirque du Soleil dancers. They had living statues.
Yeah.
When you first walked in, they greeted you like they were the king and queen, like the prince and princess or something.
Yeah.
They had a receiving line to
And they
meet
had
them.
those people inside those balls.
No, but they also had, when you first got there,
That was in the cocktail hour.
after you shook hands with them, they had the cracker people that you took pictures with, the people that were living
the
statues
nutcrackers.
in nutcracker
Yeah,
outfits.
yeah,
But they never moved. They were
Yeah.
living statues.
yeah,
And then they changed, and they were a living statue of something else
yeah. Something
in the ballroom.
silver and sparkly in the ballroom. But they had a cocktail hour 1st.
Mhm.
Everybody was just in that big huge hallway, but they had drinks and they had ice sculptures that were luges thing. You know what the name of?
That's what they called it. Yeah, like shot luges or.
And you get drinks out of those and hors d'oeuvres and like, oh my gosh. And they had those people that were inside those blow up balls, and they were walking around and doing tricks inside of them.
And they were
You know
Cirque du
that?
Soleil dancers that they hired to come there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure, because they were doing all sorts of fancy
And,
stuff. And then,
And they told us not to do any magic that night. That we were there.
yeah, we were invited guests. You're not working. You don't do a thing. You just have fun. And we were like, okay.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, but we were like, okay.
Okay.
So we got all dressed up and had a blast. It was fun.